In the last episode, we talked about a world where AI has the brain and robots are starting to get the body. That idea can feel exciting, because for the first time, a normal person can look at these tools and think, maybe this is my chance, you see. Maybe I can finally build something on the side. Maybe I do not need a team. Maybe I do not need to know how to code, design, edit, write scripts, build websites, and run every little technical thing by myself. I can just describe what I want. And AI can give me a first version, a page, a script, a little tool, a story, a video, a product idea that actually moves. And once that happens, the internet starts selling you a very tempting dream. The one-person company, the AI business, the digital employee that works while you sleep, the idea that you can type one good prompt, go to bed, and wake up closer to financial freedom. It sounds like a door just opened. But today, I want to talk about what happened after I walked through that door. Because on the other side, I did not find a magic room. I found stairs, a lot of stairs, and I still had to climb every single one. For a while, I was fully caught up in it. I had 8 virtual desktops open, one for a mini app, one for a small game, one for videos, one for children's stories, one for a SaaS website, one for a sales assistant for my own company, one for Amazon KDP, and one for turning games into AI-powered products. When I opened my computer, it looked like I was running a tiny startup studio by myself. Every desktop had a project. Every project looked possible. Every project seemed to be whispering, "This one could work. This one might be the one. Just give it a few more days." And the scary part is, AI really does help. It is not useless. It is not fake. That is exactly why it is dangerous. If it were useless, you would quit quickly. But AI gives you progress. Just enough progress to keep you going. In the old days, when you got stuck, you were stuck. You did not know how to code, so the project died right there. Now you get stuck, you ask AI. There is an error, you ask AI. The page looks ugly, you ask AI. The feature does not work, you ask AI again. It always gives you another step. And after a while, you start believing that if you just keep taking the next step, the project must be getting closer to making money. But after half a year, I realized that is not how it works. AI can keep giving you the next step, but it cannot always tell you whether that step is worth taking. That is the first clue in this whole case. Why can every project move forward while you feel more and more exhausted? Take the mini app. At the beginning, it felt smooth. I described the idea. AI followed my direction. The page appeared. The logic worked. The bugs could be fixed one by one. That moment is addictive, because you suddenly feel, wait, I can build products now. But then I learned something. Code was not the most expensive part. Judgment was. Should this thing exist? Who actually needs it? What platform rules do I have to deal with? How do people discover it? If I spend money on registration, tools, and setup, how does that money come back? AI can help you think through those questions. But in the end, you still have to make the call. In my case, the beginning moved faster than my judgment. So I spent money. I spent time. Pushed it forward. And then I stopped. Not because AI could not write the code, because the original decision was not solid enough. The game project had the same problem. At first, you think the hard part is making the game. But when you get closer to publishing, the real mess shows up. Review cycles, platform rules, approval timelines, all the boring things that do not disappear just because AI can write code. AI can help you build the game. It cannot make the platform simpler. The video project was even more interesting. I thought video would be perfect for AI. The script can be written. The images can be generated. The voice can be synthesized. The editing can be semi-automated. Every step has a tool. But the real problem was meaning. The voice says one thing. The image says something slightly different. You want a scene with emotion, timing, action, and a clear point. AI gives you something that is close. And in content, close can be terrible because the audience can feel it immediately. The image is there, but the meaning is not. So that whole video workflow got stuck for a while. Not because there were no tools, because every tool still needed a person watching, correcting, and making decisions. Children's stories look like the easiest AI project. The story can be written. The pictures can be generated. The voice can be created. But again, the problem was quality. It worked, but it was not sharp. It was not natural enough. It did not have that thing that makes someone stop scrolling. And the internet is already full of AI content that works but does not matter. That is a very crowded place to be. Amazon KDP was the first project that actually made money. I sold 3 books in 2 months. That is not a big number, but it mattered. Because this was not just me being excited about my own idea. Someone actually paid. That changes the feeling. But selling 3 books also made me sober. Seeing money is not the same as finding a business. One sale means the door opened a little. After that, you still need topics, covers, keywords, reviews, traffic, and a reason to keep publishing. Every step still needs judgment. Every step still takes work. So after half a year, the truth became pretty clear. The problem was not that AI cannot work. The problem was that AI can work too well. It can bring every idea half alive. But a half-alive idea is not a business. A project that can start is not automatically a project worth continuing. A product that can be made is not automatically something people want to buy. This is the part many AI side hustle videos skip. They love showing 0 to 1. Because 0 to 1 is exciting. You type a prompt. Something appears. The audience feels the magic. But the painful part is not 0 to 1. The painful part is 1 to 100. How do people find it? Why should they trust it? Why would they pay? How does it keep going after the first push? That is where the real weight of a business lives. AI made 0 to 1 cheaper. It did not make 1 to 100 light. That is why I eventually kept only 3 directions. The first one was the sales assistant for my own company, because it connects directly to a real business. In foreign trade, there is always information to organize, messages to draft, customer follow-up to manage, and repetitive material to handle. I did not need to imagine the demand. The demand was already on the desk. In that case, AI was not a toy. It saved real time. The second one was Amazon KDP, because it had at least produced real orders. Small orders, yes. But real orders still matter more than my own opinion that something has potential. The third one is this semi-automated content workflow. And honestly, this is the direction I now take the most seriously. Not because content is easy. Content is not easy at all. But content compounds. Every episode becomes a public piece of work. Every time you explain a problem clearly, people learn a little more about how you think. If you keep doing it, trust slowly starts to grow. That is very different from just trying to sell small AI services. Generic AI delivery is no longer rare. Writing a short piece of copy, making a spreadsheet, cutting a clip, producing a basic page. Those things are not impressive by themselves anymore. Other people can use AI too. And even if they do not want to, there are already many people selling the same thing. The more practical problem is this. Without ads, without distribution, without trust, orders do not just arrive. That is why I no longer believe in those lightweight side hustle suggestions. just solve a small problem for someone. It sounds right. But the real questions are, why would that person find you? Why would they trust you? Why would they not just ask AI themselves? Why would they not hire someone cheaper? If you cannot answer those questions, just get clients is not a strategy. It is a sentence. This is where content becomes valuable. Content does not give you orders immediately. It lets people see you first. They see your judgment. They see your experience. They see that you have actually tried things. They see that you are not just wrapping AI output in a nice package and calling it a business. That is something a normal person can slowly build. In the AI era, the real moat is not knowing how to use a tool. Everyone can use tools. The real moat is your experience, your judgment, your understanding of a specific field, your ability to explain, and the trust people place in you. AI should attach to those things, not to an empty idea. If all you have is an idea, AI can help you run faster. But if you do not know whether the road leads anywhere, running faster is not always good news. This brings us back to money. Why do normal people even want AI side hustles? It is not because everyone suddenly loves building little internet projects. It is because relying on one salary feels fragile. Bills arrive every month. But your main income may not be safe forever. So a second income matters. But a second income is not a lottery ticket. It is not supposed to save your life overnight. It is more like risk protection. If you have another stream of cash flow, your life is not connected to only one faucet. But that is exactly why you cannot open 10 random projects at once. Before the cash flow appears, your attention is already gone. Tool fees, platform fees, registration costs, setup time, emotional energy, they all count. When you are anxious, every project starts to look like a lifeline. But after a while, the project is not saving you. You are being dragged by it. So my view on AI side hustles is actually more conservative now than it was at the beginning. Do not ask first, can AI build this? Ask, is this worth building? Do not ask first, can AI make a first version? Ask, after the first version exists, who sees it, who trusts it, and who pays for it? Do not open too many battlefields. Find one direction that can compound. Ideally, it should be close to your real experience, close to a real need, something that can leave a public body of work, something that can build trust, something that can slowly become cash flow. If a project only feeds your excitement, be careful, even if it looks cool. And if your side hustle does start making money, do not immediately upgrade your lifestyle. First, rebuild your cash buffer. Then, reinvest into the system that already has feedback. And only after that, put long-term money into long-term assets. Otherwise, the side hustle is not freedom. It is just another job. So on the surface, this episode is about why I used AI to start 8 side projects and kept only 3. But the real case is simpler. Why can AI make you more efficient and still make you more tired? Because AI does not only amplify productivity, it also amplifies dispersion. AI is not a magic CEO. It will not judge for you. It will not choose for you. It will not carry the consequences for you. It amplifies what you already have. If you have experience, it amplifies experience. If you have judgment, it amplifies judgment. If you have distribution, it amplifies distribution. If you have trust, it amplifies trust. But if all you have is anxiety and a pile of half-formed ideas, it can amplify those too. That is the most honest lesson I took from those 6 months. AI really does give normal people a chance. But the chance is not opening more windows. The chance is that you can finally take something you truly understand, make it at a lower cost, put it into the world and test it. So think clearly first. Then let I accelerate you.